Well, I'm sure I speak for all of us in our Association of Churches, Edwin, when I just want to say thank you to you and your team for being so faithful in what has been a very difficult year, very disruptive year for the college. So maybe you just tell us how the college fared during the last 12 months.
Well, thank you, Trevor. I think it's fair to say that the past year has been one of the most challenging years in the history of the Irish Baptist College. And simply trying to come to terms with the COVID protocols, going periodically online, part of the time in person, and then trying to deliver these programs on computer through something called Microsoft Teams has been a challenge, not just for the students, but I think also for the staff team as we've tried to come to terms with that. And yet at the same time trying under God not to forget our goal and purpose here at the college, which is the training of pastors, missionaries, youth workers, and people who might go on into teaching religious education. And I always like to think of the work that we do here as being ministry focused. So ministry preparation, which actually, of course, is the name of our core course at the college. Ministry preparation is our reason for existence.
Mm-hmm. And despite the pandemic and despite all the challenges, the work of theological education has gone on, and there will be people graduating. And just tell us what the future is for those who are graduating.
Yeah, this year there's a particularly large group graduating, so we've got 16 leaving the college. It was wonderful to see them coming in first year into college, and now I can hardly believe that they're at the end of this course and they're going out into God's service. So 16 graduating, it's a big group, and we're delighted that so many of these people, gifted, called by God, are going out into Christian service, some of them to pastoral situations directly, and then a number, and this is a source of thanksgiving, a number of them are going into assistantship or apprenticeship roles that is supported by the MPS scheme, which is our ministry partnership fund or scheme. And that's always a great thing because it helps us to partner with local churches and sometimes missionary organisations to give students a further opportunity for enhancing and honing their skills before they're ready to fly their own kite, if you like, and go on into ministry for themselves. So we're so delighted about that. And then there are a number as well who are not quite clear at this point exactly where the Lord's going to be taking them. And we want to commit them to our church representatives here in the first place, and then through them to our churches for prayer.
I think it's great that so many of the graduates are going into assistantships. It's a good way of learning and growing under a senior leader. And it's good to finish a little video like this on a note of thanks. What have you been most thankful for in the last little while?
Well, maybe I should just mention a couple of things. The first thing is thankful for students because we can't run the college without students. We're losing 16. But we really need a big intake this year to replace those 16. And so that's another major prayer topic for us at the minute. We're earnestly seeking God's face that He would send us people who are called by Him and gifted by Him to train at IBC. So we commend that to the church reps today for their prayerful interest. And then the other thing that always fills my horizon in relation to thankfulness is our staff team. If anybody was to say to me, what's your greatest resource here at the college? I always say our staff team. These are people, I believe earnestly, that God has brought together. He has placed us here, people who are called, people who are gifted in ministry, experienced in that, and in missionary context, some of them. And He's brought us together as a team to pass on to others what He has committed to us. So that's my big source of thanksgiving today. I always give thanks to God for that.
Well, thank you, Edwin. Let me pass on the thanks of all of us in our association to you and to the team for your faithfulness, your steadfastness, particularly in the last 12 months, and for the work that you do here in the Irish Baptist College. We're very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.